or the most important card in the list, more accurately. He's got a Goblin Sharpshooter, which we were talking about a little bit yesterday when we saw Cunning Spark Mage at the board. I was like, I wish that was Goblin Sharpshooter. Goblin Sharpshooter was so much fun to play with, but I mean, it's here it is in Legacy. He's got 3 Pile Drivers, 4 Goblin Matrons, 2 Siege Gangs, 4 War Marshals, 1 Chieftain, 4 Lackeys, 4 Ringleaders, 4 War Chiefs, 4 Gem Palm Incinerators, and 3 Warren Weirdings. And then he's got some Wooded Foothills, Mountains, Wastelands, Bloodstained Mires, Badlands, and Rishadan Ports. His sideboard is Pyroblast, Perish, Pyrokinesis, an extra Goblin Pile Driver, an extra Goblin Chieftain, a Boartusk Liege, an extra Warren Weirding, and 2 Goblin Tinkerer.
So we just got a message from probably my favorite username on Twitter ever that I've ever seen, Beards on Fire.
Oh, okay.
And he says, Big Head Joe and Joey equals the most entertaining commentators.
That's very nice of him to say. Thank you.
So if anyone wants to disagree, feel free.
I have a feeling, though. I mean, yeah, you can definitely disagree. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wasn't even listening to what you were saying. But
sounds typical.
No. I just his username. Now we're gonna get requests for what you should do to your beard. Light it on fire.
That won't happen. Anything that would injure me isn't going to happen. So
I don't know. I've seen you cut yourself pretty bad shaving. So like, I cut myself. That's injuries. You just gonna say I'm not going to do anything.
I thought you were going to stop the sentence right there. Well, I've seen you cut yourself before. I was like, really? Like you would tell everyone my secrets?
I don't think I've seen you actually cut yourself. But I mean, the shaving accident. But anyway, yeah, we appreciate the compliments. We're trying our best here, and we're having a heck of a good time. This is fantastic. I love this.
I'm having a blast. I'm having more fun covering Legacy today than I was covering Standard. I guess there's a much more diverse field.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just there's way more different decks to look at and talk about.
Right.
There's only so many times you can talk about a Squadron Hawk being equipped with a sword and have it still sound exciting,
Absolutely.
But I'm glad that we're, we've literally been,
All right, once again, ladies and
having
gentlemen,
at least a different.
your patience. Welcome to round Please begin.
All right, great.
So there we see
The man himself.
Which one's Evan? That's Evan on the left. So
are you sure?
I think that's Evan. Yeah.
On the left of the screen. Okay, my left or his left?
Anyway, and there is Matthew Bevenour playing Ant, and we're going to go out of, apparently this particular match is probably not good for Evan, especially given that Evan doesn't have a lot of experience with the deck, but...
yeah, there are a lot of people who don't have very much faith in Evan's matchup here.
Yeah, so, well, we'll see what happens. That's why they play the game.
That's
right?
why
any
they
given Sunday.
That's right. That's right. Any given Sunday, Evan. Let's do this. I like this comment from AJ Firecracker. With 290 players, someone's got to be running kobolds. I hope that's true.
Yeah. You know what we didn't see? Is yesterday in Standard we did not see any elves, even though there was reportedly an elf deck near the top of the standings. I'd be interested in seeing some elves decks today if they're doing well, but I'm excited to see Enchantress, because Enchantress is that deck. I mean, I had a Standard Enchantress list.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
You loved that
right?
deck, yeah.
And that was great.
It was a great deck.
I mean, drawing cards, dude. It wasn't blue when I was just drawing cards everywhere. Like, love that. To see the Legacy Enchantress list in action, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if Evan realizes that he probably has a bad matchup. But hey, it's all
But
about
he
having
probably
fun.
doesn't know which deck he's playing against right now.
That's true. Yeah, that would make sense. He shouldn't know. He's just like, so what are you playing?
Well, he could do that.
Yeah. Don't you know who I am?
I'm the Juggernaut. I'm not going to finish that one.
Yeah. So, looks like Matthew's going to Paris. As I said yesterday, going to Paris a few weeks later. I like the Adrian Sullivan. Shout out to Adrian, another SCG Live commentator. Go Evan Erwin. I'm sure Evan may have the crowd on his side as far as people pulling for him.
For sure. Caveman Kellen coming in with a Let's Go Evan as well.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of Let's Go Evans here on Twitter.
I think people just want me to mention their name. I'm just kidding. Oh, you got a message from Matt.
Yeah,
Our buddy Matt Lesker just said that we rocked the booth at DC. Of course, how does he know? He was here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I guess because he was walking by us and we were like swaying back and forth, rocking the booth.
Yeah, but you got to draw swamp, ritual, and ad nauseum to do that. Somebody said swamp, ritual, ad nauseum, good game.
So Evan leads off with a Goblin Lackey. Seems good, especially on the play. Yeah, can we get some of the hideous SCG shirts to wear over top of their other SCG shirts? Or underneath?
I thought they were commenting on these shirts. I like the dress shirts. Personally, I know.
I'm happy with the dress shirts. I'm fine with it.
I actually like them just
turn
fine.
2, swing in with the Lackey, connects, drops a Goblin Pile Driver, plays a Wasteland, play Aether Vial. Yeah, that seems good.
There we go. All right.
Can Evan win before Matthew can? That's the whole
yeah.
thing. I mean, Matthew has done what? Play a fetch land, you know? That's it. He's cracked the fetch land now. Like, what is he hasn't even had an opportunity to show us what his deck can do yet. I mean, he hasn't even begun his second turn.
Right. Now Rafflethopter is going for the is cheering for the I guess Evan would technically be the underdog here in terms of matchup, but Matthew Bevenour is probably, not the crowd favorite, but we've got Rafflethopter cheering for Matt here.
So meanwhile, end of Evan's turn, Matthew fetched and brainstormed. And Evan taking out his land.
Pod
Very nice.
assignments for the second
Good
draft
play,
open
Evan.
have been
I think-
posted. Please find your pod and take your seats. Once again, pod assignments for the second draft open have been posted. Please find your pod and take your seats.
Second Misty Rainforest from Matthew, and
Most likely searching up another underground.
Also,
seed.
with the top 8
Yep,
from the first draft open,
second underground
please
seed.
report to the draft area. The top 8 from the first draft open, please report to the draft area.
Evan's like, I
See
need
your
another
head
wasteland. I would like to blow up all your lands.
Evan's like, if there was a keyboard under my fingers, I would be making some annoying noise right now.
I'm sure that's not actually what he's thinking. So
I
there
bet
we
that
go
was
with
exactly.
a ponder.
We see a ritual, we see a tropical island, and we see a third card that I couldn't identify. It's not from the angle. What is that third card? Maybe it's a Chromox? I think it might be a Chromox, that third card that he had. I couldn't see it though. Evan doing what goblins do, turning dudes sideways.
Seems like a good way to turn them
Yep.
in this particular matchup. So is that a Lackey connection into a second pile driver? And Evan plays a Wooded Foothills. Did he add a counter to the vial? Yeah, he does. How many counters are on that vial?
I don't know.
It's hard to see the die. I want to say it's 2.
Yeah, there's the Chrome Mox. That's what I thought it was. There's an Infernal Tutor underneath of the Chrome Mox. Beard's on Fire just wrote, after watching yesterday's coverage, I'm so glad this match up doesn't have A, Stoneforge Mystic, B, Squadron Hawk, or C, I guess, A, B, 3, A, B, C, a sword.
So, is that Infernal Tutor under there? That's what he imprinted on Chrome Mox?
Yes.
And then
he casts
another one. And uses Lion's Eye Diamond to go Hellbent.
This is 1 counter on the vial.
Okay. It seemed like so long ago that he played it, but it must be Matthew's all that fetching that he's doing. It seems like it's like Evan's on literally like, has he had his 3rd turn yet? Or that was his 3rd turn.
Yeah. He wastelanded once.
Right.
Hey, Cupcheck, is that a Nexus logo on your Twitter photo? Respect.
He played the vial on his turn 2, right? So.
Right.
That's why he just had, he only has 1, that's right.
For the record, Joey and I are sitting here.
Going, what is happening right now? Because he Infernal Tutored and just laid out a bunch of cards. But I don't know. There it is. It's
it was ad nauseum. But we didn't
off the screen.
Off the screen. We didn't see the ad nauseum. We're like, why is he just setting cards down on the field? That.
I was like, where on the top of his graveyard is Infernal Tutor. So what? I didn't even see him play the ad nauseum.
Storm count is going up.
And there's Lion's Eye Diamond.
Evan doesn't look amused.
Yeah, he's just like, can I go take a smoke break? I don't smoke, but I need a cigarette.
StarCityGames.com does not advocate the use of tobacco or tobacco-like products.
Good call. So, looks to be like Matthew took that one out. Or took that one down, that is. Evan had a pretty good start, so, like, you know, guess it's a matter of, matter of Matthew getting off his combo before he was able to, before Evan was able to do that last 5 points of damage. So Evan, alright, sideboarding.
Yeah, what is he sideboarding against this?
Probably.
John Elise Mullen, please report to the top 8 area for your top 8 draft.
Does Evan have Chalice in there?
No. So yeah, I mean it doesn't. People are saying, you know, Evan needs to basically win, basically hope to do as much damage as possible,
right.
And then before the combo goes off. So it just, that still looks like the plan. So whatever can speed up his win may be the plan here, but there's not a whole lot going on in his sideboard to do something like that.
No, there is not, unfortunately.
I mean,
Not bad. I don't think he brings it in. But.
right, Warren Weirding, we were looking at, like, you know, he's basically can double his goblin, you know, get an extra goblin, but it's just one copy in his sideboard. Matthew, I mean, he could bring in empty the Warrens, just, you know, in case he's feeling like he can't get his combo off entirely, but he can storm out some goblins.
Grape shot.
Yeah, grape shot as well seems decent. But empty the Warrens just to drop a bunch of blockers into play if he has to. You know, it doubles as a possible win condition, but also as a bunch of blockers. Sure. But you know, I don't know that that's the plan here. But
maybe even bring in the Shattering Spree to get rid of the vials. I don't know. I don't know if the vials are really that relevant, but.
it kind of just, I mean, strangely, as far as like the interaction, there was none between either player. It was actually like watching two players goldfish their decks, and Evan just didn't finish goldfishing. You know what I mean? Like Matthew finished his win on the goldfish before Evan did. You know?
Right.
He could have like split the screen and then suddenly like, oh, they're actually in two separate places, playing against no one.
I wonder if it's too cute, but I've been thinking, because of course, you know, I go to Mildex, but with this Pyromancer's Archive Trap thing, I've been thinking about, like, do you think Hedron Crab with Sword of Body in Mind is too cute?
What? Like, what do you think? Like,
I mean, you've got bolts and stuff to bolt their blockers, and you can just swing in and mill them. And then, you know, I mean, it's just basically like having, like, say, a 5th and 6th Archive Trap in the deck.
Right, yeah, it seems a little weird, but...
I know, but whatever.
It's funny.
It's an
weird. Interesting thing. These are Burning Wish targets, someone pointed out. Wasn't...
Makes sense. Oh, fair enough. So
yes, he's got the Burning Wishes, and this is I haven't played with Wishes in a while.
That's right. I'm used to looking at sideboards as
actual
a
sideboards,
fair thing.
Right, yeah, as a fair thing, right. But it's Legacy, so...
Someone just tweeted, Evan needs to board 4x hope / pray.
Somebody giving you some support.
There we go.
I can't see the username, I'm too far away.
I can't say that name. But
so somebody else supporting the Hedron Crab idea because they built the deck.
Oh, man. Oh my goodness, it's 8:15 p.m. already?
I changed that clock earlier and it changed by itself apparently. That clock just like to set itself.
The laptop says 8:15 p.m.
I fixed the time and
it's Paris time.
Stuck on Paris time. Right. Well, I fixed it earlier. That's what I'm saying. I thought I set it. And
what's the real time?
It's
2:15. Okay.
The time. Changing the actual clock doesn't help. You have to tell it the time zone. That's what it is. Yeah. It's looking at the internet going, no, you're in Paris. I'll tell you what time.
My laptop, like, however long daylight savings time isn't, for the time that daylight savings time is over, my laptop's an hour off. I can never fix it. Like, I always try to fix it, and it always just, like, switches back. It's so weird. And then, like, my email is all messed up. It was also because I lived in Texas.
Yeah.
So, like, my email is set to different time zones, and it's just,
wow,
like...
You're way off. Like,
it always says that, like, the second I sent an email, I sent it 59 minutes ago. Which is really funny.
That is kind of funny. All right, so players are now looking at their opening hands.
Oh, cool. A guy from Germany just said that's his time. Starwearer.
All right, so I see a gem palm. Well, looks like he's gonna mulligan it. So it doesn't matter what I saw because it's going away.
Doesn't matter what you saw.
I guess I would have liked to have decided whether I would have mulliganed that hand, but I didn't get a chance to look at it for very long. I did see, I believe, multiple gem palm incinerators.
Yeah, those are
Not that great.
not that great right here.
And
I can't hear anything on this. Like we don't.
he's saying,
Oh, from here?
is Evan that clicky with the cards? Rashad is saying he thinks he can hear Evan's cards like clicking the table from like, I don't know,
Wow.
70 feet away. I don't even know.
Hold on. I can hear it.
Okay.
We can hear Evan table shuffling his cards from the other side of the convention center. That is so random.
Wow. That's talent.
Somebody just Volberg on no hick. Forgive me if I said that wrong, but he said, what I do not like about the live stream, I can't fast forward the shuffling, which I can totally understand. Like, wouldn't it be great if you could like kind of DVR it live and like just like gain like an hour or two of like time
Right.
in the feed and then just fast forward through the shuffling or us talking between rounds? No, I'm kidding. But oh, I know we've met before.
Oh, you're talking to Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
My bad.
So, all right, he's got Vile, looks like Ringleader. Oh, he's mulligan. I didn't see a land.
Greg, of course, Greg Reelitz. Right. What up?
Maybe we should get an MTGO shuffler for these. They just need to have like one of those, the shuffling machines.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
just next to the
And just
like,
watching it just
watch-
get clogged from the sleeves.
Well, obviously it would have to be a good one that doesn't get clogged from the sleeves, but that would be maybe a little quicker.
I actually traded with Greg once before too. Good guy.
So Evan is now going to 5 cards. He was in Paris a couple weeks, went to Paris again, and is going to Paris third time. Did I say he was in Paris a couple weeks? He may have been, but I
Who
mean, he
knows
was
how
in
long
Paris
he
a
was
couple
there?
weeks ago.
Ago.
Forgot a word.
I forgot a word.
Very nice. So Paul Lynch is one of the guys. He's playing Enchantress. I can see him right now. We're going to see if we can feature him in the next feature match. His match is still going on. Who else is here? Kurt Spice.
Curdy's in a feature match right now.
Yeah, he's playing the Jumping Taxes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Which Kurt is like one of the funniest guys. Where he is never seeming to be like he never seems impressed with like when he's like I'm just playing a deck. Just make cardboard and plastic sleeves. It's really bad. And he like triple qualifies for a Pro Tour. So anyway, Evan does have a land, but it looks like a wasteland. Like wow, 2 Siege Gang Wasteland Gem Palm. What is that front card? Mog War Marshal. So he's got War Marshal, Siege Gang, Wasteland, Gem Palm.
Do it. Just go to 4. You got to, man.
I mean, it's not even a hand.
You can't keep that.
It's not even
He's
as
on
if
the play.
Right, and as if he drew a mountain. Not that. Yeah, he's on the play, but I mean, even if he had a land like that could have produced red mana there instead of the wasteland, like he couldn't do anything with that. He had War Marshal, a Gem Palm, like 2 drops and 2 5-drops.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was Mountain Lackey, Siege Gang, that's a good. He could get that. That's his 4. That was his 5. So if he had like a lackey instead of the Gem Palm, or instead of one of the Siege Gangs, or instead of, just to help him get out those other guys. But that was unkeepable at all. Like, he is he's just, wow, some really unfortunate draws we have in here. I mean, goblins, if any deck can survive off low number of lands, it's goblins. But we've seen Evan, I believe his 7 didn't have lands. Now, we didn't see it, but it didn't look, I don't think I saw any lands. So, his 7-card hand, no land. 6-card hand, no lands. 5-card hand, a wasteland. So, I mean, as Kibler said in his article, sometimes you just don't win, right? Sometimes there is the variance, right? That it's not going to, sometimes it's just going to happen like that.
Is that a link to like the archive?
No, that's a completely different thing. That's 3 things to know.
Oh, okay. The archive stuff's on GG's Live, right?
Yeah, I mean, the archives aren't posted until basically later in the week or next week, I would assume. I mean, it's up to Rashad, really. I think.
But they're posted on GG's Live,
He
right? Keeps
his 4-lander. Okay, it goes with a Bloodstained Mire. I see in his hand a Wooded Foothills, is that a Pyrokinesis? Wait a minute. It's a Richard Kane Ferguson art from Mirage, and I can't tell what card it is.
I think it's whatever one is in his deck.
Well,
I think it's Pyrokinesis.
That's what I thought. Well, wait a minute. Check.
I guess I could do that.
You hit enter twice. Check the. Oh, yeah, it's not that.
No, it's Pyrokinesis.
I didn't think it was. That's what I thought. Well, check it anyway.
The Ice Age one? Or what?
No.
Oh, Pyrokinesis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Bloodstained Mire grabs a mountain after Matthew gets a Underground Sea and Ponder.
Okay.
See, no, that's not it. That's what
Are you sure?
That's not what was in his hand.
Is it still in his hand?
Yeah.
Let me see. There's a wasteland in his hand.
He's got a Goblin Ringleader. So there's Wooded Foothills. Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, I see.
Double check, but yeah. Mirage Comet. That's what it's going to be, because Richard Kane Ferguson. That's not it. That's not. At least I don't think. Maybe it is.
People are saying it's
Goblin
Tinkerer,
Tinkerer.
so.
I thought it was. It looks like. Oh, it is. Okay. You know what? In this, it looks like Pillage, to be honest. Pillage is not in his deck.
Right.
You know, and you got like a quick flash of it,
Right,
and
right.
that's why that's what I was thinking, like in my head.
All right, here we go. Rite of Flame.
It is Goblin Tinkerer on the board for Evan, while Matthew Bevenour resolves a Rite of Flame.
Chromox. Imprinting Brainstorm.
Lion's Eye
Lion's Eye Diamond.
We've got 3 on the storm count. We've gotten Chrome Mox, Lion's Eye, and the Rite of Flame. Now Infernal
With
Tutor.
the tutor on the stack, he sacks
yeah,
the.
Sacks to get Hellbent, so that's.
He's probably going to search up Ad Nauseum.
That's 4. Storm count should be at 4, right? Rite of Flame, Infernal Tutor, Chrome Mox, LED.
Yep. Oh, okay, he's going
There's
for
the
Empty the Warrens. All right.
I mean, he didn't Burning Wish for it?
He's got.
Oh, he's got one in the main deck.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That was just a joke, really. I didn't realize he had any in the main deck. Thought maybe he actually did slide it in.
Evan grabs his head.
So Evan has Wasteland, Ringleader, card that I can't see. And it's that. It's a Goblin Matron.
I think somebody asked if we can feature the Bertoncini match if this ends early. I think I want to go to Curdy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, sorry, we want to go to Curdy Spice.
Is Bertoncini even a feature match? I didn't hear.
I think he is one of the 3. We want to go to Curdy Spice, so if we can switch, if we have time to switch, we will probably switch to Curdy, and if we can't, sure.
Who's Jonathan Richmond, by the way? That asked.
Oh, cool, yep.
We know Jonathan. Met him at GPDC last year. GP Chantilly.
GP Chantilly, Virginia. Virginia.
So Empty the Warrens making an impact. Goblin War Chief. I believe that maybe what he grabbed with the matron. I actually didn't get to see it.
Okay, well, at least, well.
So he's
This
basically
is the
trying
final
to
call for Two-Headed Giant. If you're interested in Two-Headed Giant today, please come up and see
slowly
Nicholas.
taking out those Empty the
As soon as
Warrens
possible. Once
goblins
again,
over
the final
there.
call for Two-Headed Giant.
Sure is.
But Evan is at
Will it be enough?
4 life.
He had how many tokens? 8?
Judge Daniel,
Yeah.
2 assignments area, please. Judge Daniel, 2 assignments at your convenience.
So Ringleader gets Siege Gang, Lackey, Pile Driver. Yeah, no Sharpshooter. That would have been good. Sharpshooter would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome if he would have.
It would be awesome right now if he had another basic land, frankly, but...
Well, he went to 4 cards.
Oh, there's a 10 goals, but he can't
Is Goblin Sharpshooter what he searched for with the matron?
Again, players in
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Please report to Judge Daniel.
I mean, but if he did, wouldn't he have, or shouldn't he have, played that instead of the War Chief? I mean, that would have just wiped the entire board of Warren's tokens on Matthew's side.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know if he had it, but if he...
Evan, show us your hand. Let's see if we can will him
Oh, here we
from
go.
across the
I didn't see the Chrome Mox. Here comes Ad Nauseum. All he needs is just a...
Thankfully, he actually put it on the table this time instead of out of the shot. That was on the table too.
Right.
Evan does have 1 Sharpshooter in the main deck, but he may not have. He may have boarded it out, thinking, I mean, if he wasn't really considering this matchup. But Evan is at 1 life.
Yeah. I mean, something as simple as using...
A grape shot with no storm count.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it sucked for him to have to go to 4 cards. And he even is in the game, or at least seemed to be somewhat in the game, considering he was at 4 cards. Dark Ritual, imprinted on a Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, Rite of Flame, Lion's Eye Diamond, Burning Wish.
It's going to do it.
He's like, I'm going to get a grape shot and kill you.
Judge, he just flipped over his deck. I would call it Judge right there. Got to get the win, right?
No fishing. Yeah. There's the grape shot for the win. Yeah, that was a rough beat.
And the curse continues.